Hey guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through some of my thoughts on making a medic. So keep in mind, this is very much a solo focused build, though the way I'm doing it's not like completely solo based. It's a bit half and half. Uh, so, but I think it still works pretty well, in my opinion. So this is basically a more of a damage focused one since it's in solo. You're just focusing on a bit of a clear speed. I did build this. I didn't actually build this entirely for for just soloing leveling fast. I actually built it for map master farming. So anyway, we'll go ahead. So firstly, if you're gonna level fast and that's your main focus, then I probably wouldn't do this particular build that I'm going for at the moment. What I would do is probably max out zombie antidote, since you'll be doing pods runs and you'll only be doing like 60 to 80-second runs, maybe like 90 at most. So zombie antidote becomes a lot more, well, a lot better in that situation, since you don't really need to wait for the cooldown. You're only really going to be using it once, and I guess maybe twice, depending on how quick you are. So that would be a good option. If you're going for speed, then probably a good option would be to max this out. But first off, your very first point on a medic in like a solo situation, just in terms of leveling, probably 1 point in critical shot. I personally will always do that. 1 point in critical shot is like almost 5% bonus damage right there. Just the first point. It's always a good skill to just get 1 point in. So I will always put 1 point in critical shot first, just because of that like 5% bonus. I think it's like 4.5 or something, but yeah. Second point for a medic, I would put into Biocleanse Bomb, just because it is an awesome skill for. It's just all round use. You mean throw it down and stuff can't move. It's stuck in there, and it also lowers their resistances, which is great. I mean, 50% speed reduction, 50% resistance reduction. It's just a great option to have just on you. I mean, you always run into a situation where you see a zombie which has horrible resistance. It's like, oh no, that I can't kill that. But if you're on a medic, you can kill that. You just got to toss this down and make use of your Biocleanse Bomb. Now, if you put 5 points in Biocleanse Bomb, then the duration gets to 5 seconds, which means that you can basically keep it up permanently, since the cooldown itself is only 5 seconds. Personally, I only do put 1 point in it, because I mean I kill that zombie within a couple seconds, so it's not really a big deal for me. Because I am very damage focused with my massive crits and fast reloads and everything. If you're going in a large group, then it might be worth getting more in this, but honestly, I would only put 1 point in this unless you're going for a party build. There's not really any point getting those. Like, some people say put at least 5 points in it just so you can chain it permanently, but there's no point, because if you're going in a damage build, you don't need to chain it permanently to destroy everything. And I mean, if you do want to do it in a boss situation, you probably shouldn't be using a gun which is weak against the boss for your level anyway. I mean, you don't hit level 83 and keep using a Hicks. That's a horrible idea, because Savage Wickers just resist too much fire damage. You, if you're unlucky enough that your Hicks is your only bossing weapon, then even at 50% reduced damage, you'd probably not use it anyway. I mean, even if you do chain Biocleanse Bomb, the Biocleanse Bomb permanently, that is a 50% damage reduction to your bossing weapon still, which is a huge chunk of its damage. You'd probably be better off just hitting it with your mobbing weapon. Maybe not, but yeah, I will only put 1 point in there. So 1 point in crit, 1 point in Biocleanse Bomb. After that, I put 1 point in fast movement, just for the 4 movement speed at the start, which is great. And then I probably put 2 points in fast reload, and switch back and forth for them a little bit, just to mainly get 5 fast reload, because I don't know, I like to personally just get 5 fast reload points pretty early on, because that makes a pretty big difference. And then I go for getting a lot of speed, and after that, really, I guess around level. Oh well, yeah. If you're going for just the like pods running for experience, probably personally go for the fast movement or crit shot after getting one crit and Biocon's bomb. Um, yeah, probably go between fast movement and fast reload. And once you hit level 20, max out your zombie antidote as soon as possible, and then max out your crit and your speed. Probably a crit first because a medic doesn't have as high damage potential, so getting that crit up makes a much bigger difference. And then your speeds and your fast reloads. So your main focus on that character will be antidote, crit, fast movement, and fast reload. Now for this build personally, I've been using it quite well on power out. It's a good build for running straight through zombies and basically just not caring they're there. So I started getting med kits pretty early on. The idea, and I probably didn't need this much energy regen, but I mean it's helpful to get early on, so whatever. Eventually, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do eventually because I've only got like 21 points left, so I can't max out everything I'd like to. Essentially, what I would really love to do is max out my energy regen and my med kit, but I also want to max crit, so I'd need like 13 points to max that, I think, and 14 there, which is already more than 21, so I can't do that. Yeah, but what I would like to do is max out my energy regen so I can literally just constantly throw out med kits and still not run out of energy. Because I did that in the closed beta really early on, and it was actually pretty fun. But anyway, not trying to look into the future here, because I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to do in the future, whether I'm going to get more in like fast reloads, crits, or more med kits and energy regen, but those are like the only skills I want at the moment. I'm not too interested in antidote, because honestly, I probably don't even need that 1 point in it. I just, whatever, got it just for the sake of having it, really. But yeah, just for the sake of explaining this current build, not what I'm going to do with it, as I'm not really sure which of those four I want to go into, is the fast movement is essential for me. I always max out my fast movement, because, especially in this one, because my whole aim of this is just to run past things and to complete maps quickly. So I max out my fast movement speed as soon as possible and just run straight through things. And of course, when you're running straight through things, you need a lot of fast reload, because if you run out of well, if you're running like straight through a mob and suddenly your gun runs out of ammo, then you're pretty boned. So you need to have that fast reload so you can quickly reload your ammo back in your gun and start just shooting again, because you don't want stuff to close in on you when you're in that moment of weakness. But at the same time, a medic doesn't have the potential for as quick reloads as an assault, so you're going to take damage anyway if you do keep on forcing that tactic, so that's why I've got my medkits. So any damage I do end up taking from that, I can heal back up, and with my energy regen so high, I am able to heal that pretty quickly. I would probably recommend, I mean, early on it can be a bit difficult because it's harder to get energy regen. I actually, by the time I was level 30, I'd actually got 20 points in energy regen on this character, and I respect out of that. And I probably should have waited a bit longer and then respect entirely out of energy regen. But yeah, it probably would be best to, instead of what I've got here, have maxed out medkit, because you can get energy regen elsewhere, but having that medkit heal twice as much would be a big help, because then you wouldn't have to use it as much to heal yourself, even though you did regenerate energy faster. But yeah, so your focus here is just running straight through things and then reloading so you don't get hurt. But when you do get hurt, because it's pretty much inevitable, you can heal any of that damage once you get out on the other side. And of course, since we're trying to be speed, we need our damage. So I've got 20 points in crit shot. I probably will be getting that to 25, so you can kill those mobs faster, because if you kill them faster, then you don't need to reload as often, which means you don't need to use as many med kits, which means you don't need to use as much energy. So those four things really actually do synergize quite well together. As well as fast movement, really, because you don't have to use as much when you're right in the middle of the pack, since you pop out the other end so quickly. So that's pretty much the point for my medic build. You run through you just run straight through it, killing everything as fast as you can, reloading so you don't take too much damage. But when you do take that damage, you use med kits and you regenerate your energy pretty quickly. Biocleanse Bomb, just 1 point for that little. Every now and then you need that pop, I guess. Final Farewell. It's a very solo focused build, so this is really quite wasted. I haven't even put 1 point in it like most people suggest, because I only really play solo on this character, and I have so much healing anyway that, I mean, I'm better off not dying, because I have enough energy regen to, like, I've got energy regen in my armor. Although my helmet at the moment, I've just gone, since I am playing solo, I've just gone both of the crit chance and the gun damage mods on it. I want to get a secondary helm with energy regen on it for when I start to do more multi on this guy, which won't be until 100 probably. Well, unless it ends up being. I was originally planning on making him group focus so I could, once private matches come out, farm power out. But the problem there is that power out is actually really bad in multiplayer. I mean, it takes like twice as long, if not longer, to actually finish. You can sometimes, even when you're playing really efficiently in power out, like as I've tested, you will take 10 minutes or more to beat it at like level 100 games, which is horrible. So yeah, I hope this helps you out there. There's like 2 different builds you can do for a medic. There's one focused around antidote, crit, fast reload, fast movement, and another focused around just critical medkit, fast movement, fast reload, with maybe energy regen if you need it, but you could probably get that on your armor instead. And of course, always put 1 point in Biocleanse Bomb, just because that is a great, just sticky situation move. Even if you're just reloading, it's nice to sometimes just pop it down and have a barrier to make things take slightly longer to get to you. If you are going for a group situation and you want to play a group game so much, then I probably would recommend getting 1 point in Final Farewell and more in Protective Aura, because Protective Aura is honestly an amazing skill. I just don't need it with my particular build because, well, that's just how it is. It's just a fast build. I need everything else more than I need that. Bad Blood's pretty useless. Well, it's good at low levels, but yeah, it's pretty useless now. So you don't bother wasting your points in it unless you never plan on playing high levels. Revive's probably good in a team game. I wouldn't get Energy Boost just because Energy Regen is so much better. Energy Boost, I'm not going to say it's useless, although honestly, yeah, I am going to say it's useless. But I do see use in Energy Boost if you're playing really quick games where you use a lot of energy, because I mean, if you're playing really quick games, then energy regen actually is a lot less effective since you're spending less time in the game. I mean, even if you regenerate 10 energy every second, if you're having a 60-second game, then that's like 600 energy, which is a lot. But I don't know, whatever. I think energy regen is probably always the best way to go, but I mean, whatever. Pay grade, I'd never recommend pay grade for any character, ever. Health regen is pretty horrible on a medic in my opinion. I mean, I've heard some people would have done that, but no, I would never do that. Just simply because, well, medkits heal more. You can get your medkit up to like 4,000 health every time you use it. And that's a lot better. You're better off putting a point in medkit, or even energy regen, so you can use your medkits more. And yeah, pretty much everything else, I guess, is a given. No one really gets grenade damage. Personally, I would like to max it out, but it doesn't really seem that worth it. I hope they buff it so I can make a character based around maxing it out. We don't need body armor expert or toughness because both of these builds are based around just being fast, and my second one especially is you just heal yourself instead of having a lot of health in the first place or having a lot of defense. You don't really need that defense if you're healing yourself so much. Field supplies could probably be useful on this build, but I prefer my points to go elsewhere. Just, yeah. Recovery time, as I said before, same with some of the other stuff, it's a solo build, you're never going to recover. So that's pretty much all on the skill side of this character. And with weapons, I do have 3 weapons, which is odd for me. I usually just go with 2. But Mustang, just for pure speed, I swap over to this when I just want to rush past things and I don't really think I need to kill them. Um, this is generally just in the less dense parts of Power Out. I can just run straight around things. Generally, it's when I'm going out to the wings. I run out to the wing. I quickly go into the area to trip the switch, and then I run back without killing anything really, because this isn't that good a gun. It's only got adaptive race modded. And if I do get stuck, then I can swap to a different gun and start killing everything. I've got some good stuff here. Like, this is a pretty good gun. I'm gonna upgrade that eventually. It's got skeletonized, which may or may not be good. I mean, it would be great for an assault. I reckon skeletonized would be good for an assault, but I'm not so sure about this character because, I mean, a race mod it's a given. You need, especially on a medic. On an assault, you could probably drop race modded on an MPG, but I don't know if I would still. But yeah, you definitely can't drop it on a medic because you just don't have that adrenaline. So race modded probably maybe deadly, maybe even overclocked to be honest. But this one is also a great one. It is, yeah, both of those MPGs are great as long as you get your reload speed fast enough. Shock field, it's pretty. It has potential. It depends how you use it though. I'll probably use this eventually, but I would. Sadly, I got pinpoint on this, which would have been great for my assault, except he already has one like this. But personally, I would like it with race modded for a medic. I also got my CM505s, which is one of my favorite guns. Actually, to be honest, Mustang is my favorite gun, but I've never been able to find a good one, which kind of sucks. I got a couple other ones I've just kept for the sake of keeping. Of course, Stripper, my favorite bossing weapon. I always use a Stripper. And Gigavolt, I just like Gigavolts, that one's not very great though. I've got this Shotlight Helm because, well, I haven't really found anything too much better to be honest. I got this, but it came with Hazchem. I've got Power Assist, this is my favorite chest. I never really wear anything but Power Assist. It's got body fueling. I would always go body fueling on on a chest in general, but Power Assist definitely. I've actually chose energized on this. Because honestly, defenses aren't really as important when you're going more for a speedy type of build, especially when you're on this character who can heal himself anyway. CQC enhanced. I had a grade 10 Power Assist early on that had CQC on it, and it was really good early on, but it's not so good later on. CQC really loses its effectiveness. Resuscitating, as I said like before with the skill, it's pretty useless in a solo build. Has Chem Fortified, yeah, I wouldn't really choose either, mainly just because, I mean, the resistances on this are so low anyway, it wouldn't really make any difference at all. I mean, it's got 2 heat resist on it, my heat's 17%. If I chuck this on, 18%. Yeah. So yeah, the main reason I have energized here is it gives me 10%, which is just 10 energy. I could have gotten tissue repair, but I would consider that as a possibility, but the reason I have energized is just so I can use more abilities at once. So if I had it at grade 10, that's like 25 extra energy, which means I could use that and still have 45 left over to use a med kit without having to wait any time at all to recharge. So it has, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't waste a skill point doing that, but just because there's not really much else on armor that can help you that much, yeah, I see it as, well, less unhelpful than other stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I want to max that eventually, but since I have skill points with energy regen, I haven't actually bothered to do that yet. I've only just finished upgrading some of my weapons I've been using, so I think it'll be a good time for me to start working on that now. But yeah, man, Titan boots are definitely best boots in the game. grade 10 regular ones or grade 6 red ones, I think, because the red ones give you 12 move speed. So yeah, if you get grade 6 red ones, then you get the same movement speed out of them. Definitely machine assisted, always go that on boots, and revitalizing is your probably number 2 choice. But yeah, revitalizing is great, but you need that revitalizing, big deal. This will probably be my secondary helm. Now that I've got money, I might upgrade this one, start using it, because that extra damage there, but then I'll put this one on revitalizing. I'll be able to use that in a multi-situation. Titan gloves, best gloves in the game. Just because of this reload time here. You can cut down so much reload time that there's like 40% reduction. Same deal as the skill. You got down your reload speed and you don't have to worry as much about running out of ammo when you're in the middle of a mob or anything like that. Haven't bothered wasting money on an org for defense, again because these are so low. It's really kind of pointless. Yeah, my toxic. Yeah, I'll just chuck that on there. Bam. Still 11. Upgrade that again. Still 11. So as you can see, it's going to take me a lot of money to actually get any use out of that at all. So I don't know if I'm really going to bother too much there. These are my favorite pants. Yeah. Machine assisted body fueling. Best combo for pants for my type of build. I would always go machine assisted, and always, for any build whatsoever, always go body fueling on them. I don't see why anyone would not use body fueling, because, I mean, grade 10 body fueling is better than grade 10 in any resistance, as far as I can see. That's 25% extra health. I don't think you can get like 25% extra resistance to like. Well, basically, this is 25% to everything, because health protects you against all damage sources, but any resist will only protect you against one and won't even be 25%. I don't know, I haven't actually maxed out any defensive stats on your characters to test if you can get 25% just from the orgs on an item, but you can't on these at least, because I don't know, these don't give you that good stats. Another option, Titan Pants, would be probably the only other one I would consider, but that's a more defensive build. This one gives you speed, which is why I like it. It's for my speedy build. Anyway, I would like to get like maybe a Titan helm here for the extra damage, but that does slow you down, and I wouldn't be able to jump walls anymore because I can barely do that at the moment. But that'll be patched probably soon. So yeah, that's what I've got at the moment. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I've rattled on about nothing else. Hopefully it did help you. So yeah, hopefully you get my builds, whatever. Yeah. Leveling up this character slowly since I'm farming power out, but I'll get there. I've stopped playing so much, so I'm not really making much progress because I'm back to my studies at the moment and it's hitting me pretty hard. I've really got to knuckle down. But yeah, I do hope that this helps you out. This is a very solo focused view on the medic, but as you can see, this particular one, my second build, I have got medkits, so once I do get to high levels, I will be helpful for my team, at least in the terms of healing them, even if I don't revive them fast or give them an aura. But I'll still be able to contribute to the damage at the same time, so I'll be helpful in kind of like a hybrid way. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you around.